Good morning, boys and girls. We're back with another reading lesson for today. This lesson is going to be a little different because we're not going to start at the beginning of the book, but we're going to start in kind of the middle of the book, and I'm going to ask you a few questions as we read our book. Okay, so we're going to start here. Who says, Miss Rith, don't you ever listen? I don't have to. Russell reached out with the blue marker and made a streak across Jamaica's picture. Russell, stop! Jamaica shouted, but Russell scribbled all over Jamaica's yellow leaf tree. All right, so could you tell me what does Miss Rith ask Jamaica to do? Miss Rith asked Jamaica, if you can remember, she asked Jamaica to share her markers with Russell, right? And so, what were Jamaica and Russell doing? They were drawing pictures together because Miss Rith asked Jamaica to share her blue markers with Russell, and so they were both drawing pictures together. So when Russell picked up Jamaica's blue marker, what did he do? That's right. He scribbled all over Jamaica's paper. He messed up her yellow leaf tree, right? Miss Rith, Jamaica cried, Russell wrecked my picture. Miss Rith hurried over to the table. Russell, did you do this? She held up Jamaica's picture. Miss Rith couldn't get Russell to say I'm sorry, so he had to go sit along and continue spelling until art was over. Look at what Russell did, Jamaica showed her father and brother when she got home. I tried, but I couldn't make another one as good as this. When she looked at the ugly blue squiggle, she had to swallow hard not to cry. Russell is a mean brat. Did you tell Miss Rith, said her father? Jamaica nodded. Russell can't use my markers again. I shared with him because he doesn't have any. He never has anything that he's supposed to. But that doesn't mean he has to be mean. No, her father said. Russell shouldn't have messed up your picture. The next time they had art, Jamaica was glad Russell didn't sit at her table. Then he couldn't bother her, and she didn't have to share her markers with him either. But at recess, Russell threw sand at her and chased two second-grade girls, so he had to go to the office. Before he came back, Miss Rith said, "Can you keep a secret?" "Yes," Jamaica shouted with her classmates. "We're going to have a going-away party for Russell Friday. His father has a new job in another town. They will be moving over the weekend. I thought you might like to make cards to say goodbye. Then Russell would have something to remember us by." Miss Rith passed out paper, then she showed everyone how to fold the paper into a card. Jamaica didn't want to make a card for Russell. She was glad he was moving. Then he wouldn't bother her anymore. She put the paper in her desk. So could you tell me, how does Jamaica feel about what Russell does to her? She's very angry. She didn't want to draw a picture on a card for Russell. She didn't want to share her markers with Russell anymore. She even almost cried. So Jamaica was very angry and upset at Russell. If you look at her face here, you could tell she doesn't really like Russell because she was upset with him. If you look at this picture right here, she's shocked to show her mom and dad what Russell did to her. Or what about this picture here? If you look closely, you can see how Jamaica's mouth is like, because she's shocked and she's so upset that Russell messed up her nice picture. She couldn't create another one like it. So she was very, very upset. All right. So boys and girls, I want you to turn to page 2 in your packet. Right here, you will be completing an activity about how Jamaica feels about Russell, scribbling on her pages. Okay, so if you can remember, she was very upset. She was very shocked. So right here, I want you to draw how Jamaica felt about Russell scribbling all over her paper. I hope you enjoyed this portion of our reading lesson for this week. We have one more section and then we'll be done with Jamaica's blue marker. So I hope you are enjoying this book. If you have any questions about this book, please feel free to reach out to one of your teachers.